All right, good to go. Woody, you there?
Yep, got it. Thanks, Will. Steve, we'll start with you.
Hi, Christian. Tough match tonight. If George Marks hadn't been standing on his head in the first half, y'all could have been down very early, like in the ninth minute and then on. You're fortunate. Great goal by Carroll coming through. What were the issues with the defense tonight?
It was not just the defense. I thought that we didn't play with the energy that we demanded to the boys. I think that the main issue was tonight that they had more energy that we had, and that's for me something that I cannot accept. And we had a clear, frank discussion in the locker room, because before we can discuss about tactics and anything else, we need to match the opposition with energy. And I thought that they had more than us tonight. They were playing strong in 50-50. First ball, second balls. I thought that we were a little bit too morbid and timid. And that's not the team that I want to see. First and foremost, I want to see intensity in the play. And then I want to see our game to be played like we can. Most of the situation that they created, I felt that they came from us not playing with enough energy with the ball, and then we got done on counter-attack, on transitions, as we say nowadays. But I think the main issue is that is the energy level tonight. It was up to the standard that I demand.
And I mean, they were losing players in defense. That first open header, clearly behind. Was there a lack of communication as well?
Which one, Steve?
That first header that was between Bill and Adilson, that the first big save that George had.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't review the play, but if you pick up one play in isolation, it can happen even to the biggest players in the world, that they can have a moment in which they are keen to get to the ball and they both go. So, okay, I don't really want to talk about play by play, but generally speaking, I thought that they show a lot of energy, a lot of commitment. I think our boys, I cannot fault the commitment but I didn't like the energy that we put. It was low energy. I don't know if it was anything to do with adjusting still to the condition, to the time difference, but I don't want to find excuses. I think that we have to go back and prepare the week, because it's a shame we prepared the week with strongly. We played during the week, and this is the final product of the week is the game. So I thought that we put ourselves in the best possible position to create, to bring something home to Charlotte. But unfortunately, in the game, we didn't show the same energy that we showed during the week, and this is for us a lesson. On the positive note, I thought that the youngsters that they came with the right attitude, with the right energy. But I obviously, as a head coach and with the coaching staff, we expect the leaders, the guy that they've got more experience and more leadership to lead the youngsters. The youngsters, they came with the right energy. So I thought Chris Eggert, Brandon, Vinny, they came and tried to, but also Andre came with the energy, also DJ, but is important. But I thought, generally speaking, I was quite disappointed with the way. Again, I cannot go away from this low energy feeling that I had.
Right, and speaking of Brandon Cambridge in particular, he scored all three of the Crown Legacy's goals in their first two games. Was that something that gave you the confidence to put him in that moment?
But Brandon is a guy that he trains with us regularly, and then he goes to play with Crown Legacy. Unfortunately, we lost Mackenzie Gaines during the week, and so he didn't travel with us. So I needed another winger to make up the squad. But I had no hesitation because I know Brandon. I know he's the guy that wants to improve. He has the right attitude, right commitment to play. So I didn't have many doubts to put him on, and I thought he would have hold his own. And I think he tried to do what he does best, to run a people. Obviously, when you play in the MLS Next Pro, the level is very different from what you find in MLS.
And what was the reason for McKenzie's absence? Injury or?
Yeah, it was an injury, of course. Yeah,
Okay,
nothing serious. We hope to have him back, but he unfortunately couldn't. He couldn't make it for this game.
Was it an injury in training?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay.
He
And
felt-
my last question is just how you would describe George Marks' play tonight.
Yeah, he played well. I mean, you have a goalkeeper for a reason as well, and he's part of the 11. I think he did well. I don't want to comment on one performance. I'd rather, I think there is a big lesson for us to learn, and I want to monitor how we actually learn it to move on to the next game, because we have a big game coming on Saturday, and we want to address it. We need to address one game at a time. As I said before, this is a time that we need to keep our head down. It's a long season, and this lesson, unfortunately, it means that we need to take them, because otherwise we would have been ready to step up. But listen, cannot feel sorry for ourselves. We need to prepare for the next week in the best possible way.
Okay, thank you. Safe travels home.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Steve. We'll go to Sam.
Coach, sorry about the loss. I did want to ask about the triple substitution, taking Bender and Swiderski out, especially when both had contributed to the one goal you had up on the board.
Yeah, Ben was on a yellow card, and so I thought that he was working hard, and he played already the last game, and I felt that even though he has a lot of energy as a player, I thought that we needed a little bit of more fresh legs. Carroll also, I thought that he looked tired and he had a lot of joy on our left-hand side. So for me, it was the right thing to do. Okay, we can talk about one play, but then after, there is also the plays that we don't make, or the plays that we don't make not only when we have the ball, but also when we don't have the ball.
And there is, looking at the play tonight, do you feel like Capetti hasn't been getting enough service, giving the team chances to score? Do you think he's not doing enough work to get that service, or what seems to be the problem getting the ball up in scoring position for Enzo?
But I thought that as I said, the structure for us to create chances, it was there. Just we were not enough energetic to execute the play. This is for me the main problem tonight. Rather than, I think Enzo did what Enzo does naturally. So he fights for the ball. He tried to, and I thought he was more disciplined without the ball in terms of pressing and not to run all over the place. He put himself in position to fight, and he had the tough customers with their central defenders. Listen, it's one game in which when you don't have that kind of energy that we should have had, everything seems to be a problem, right? And I think that we have a clear way that we want to play, and once we have the right energy like we showed in the last games, I don't think that there is a problem to create chances. Also, we had also a few chances to put the ball in the net again, But I thought that they played stronger than us tonight. And this is something that I hate to say, but it was the reality, and I hope I'm not going to say it again.
And I hate to switch gears, but I have to ask, since it looks like it's going to be the story about this match day across the league. There was an incident in the Red Bulls Earthquakes game in New York where play was stopped for about 20 minutes after a Red Bull player used a racial slur. I just wanted to ask you that if any member of your team ever did something like that, what would your response be, and would they be off the pitch immediately?
What do you mean, that if one of my players get racially abused, or if he racially abused?
If they were the abuser, yeah.
No, I don't think I can safely say that. I don't think that we have this in our team, and obviously we condemn that. Is, for me, is even the word racism. There's only one race, the human race. So I don't listen. For me, this is completely crazy to understand that we are still talking about this issue. Unfortunately, we have to be always vigilant, but it's condemned. It's even crazy to mention that.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. And we'll end it with Nick.
Hey, Coach. So in the first 10 minutes of the second half, they got 5 shots, and then their next 3 shots went in. It was in a momentum kind of swing there with those 3 goals in a matter of 6 minutes. How do you, since you can't call timeouts and things like that, how do you stop that momentum? Because you could probably feel it on the side that it was just, you couldn't stop what they were doing.
Yeah, Nick, this is always going to be the big question, no? Can you make changes? I thought that we were playing, and even towards the end of the first half, we were 1-0 up and we were controlling more the game. We had the ball a lot, and so despite we had a couple of counterattacks that they came from us gifting the ball, I still wanted to give trust and faith to our players that they knew how to execute, and to give them a chance to put things right. There is always a big discussion, you change, you go defensively, you make go 5 at the back, and then try to stop that. But I still wanted us to play, because I think our identity is to play. And even if we have to go sometimes to difficult moments, I still want us to be able to understand how to ride the storm by keeping our own identity. Unfortunately, we made some mistakes in those moments, and we pay for that. And then after, obviously, I will take the blame, the responsibility, of course, that I should have done this, I should have done that. And this is the work and the responsibility and that the head coach has to face. And I'm not hiding. I put my face on everything. So there is that element. But before we can talk tactics, for me, it's about play strong, the play that we can play strong. If we are trembling when we pass the ball, if we are not so, secure to execute simple passes, or to go in 1v1s when we can go strong, then after it becomes difficult whether you play for 3, 4, 5, 6. For me, the main problem was that.
Right. The next question, how do you help the team mentally come back from this? What do you do this week?
Yeah, listen, it's one game, is one game that we lost, and I want to see the response that they, sometimes as coaches and with the coaching staff, sometimes you can do even too much to put, to try to solve every single problem for the players. And I think that this week is also a week in which is important to observe how the players are going to, go back and pick themselves up. I think this will be there supporting them, giving them direction, organizing training as usual, and to be behind them. But at the same time, you know, like they are on the pitch, even in training, they have to pick themselves up rather than, you know, to be there and just waiting. It's a process, and it's a growth process that we have, and then we have to keep believing in the work that we are doing, in our ideas, and this is a part of the growth, in my opinion, to give 100%, especially, and to stay together, especially after a result that didn't go our way.
Yeah, and hopefully you get stronger from this. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
All right. Thank you, Christian. We'll end it there for you.
Okay, thank you.